Anime, liar liar. Episode 4 begins with Himeji's meeting with the District 4 headmaster, whom she calls Megitsune or Cunning Fox. She discusses Tone Himeji, Hiroto, and his response after playing 4 games, whether he will remain the top player in disguise as the fake 7th rank star. According to Headmaster Ikinos, Hiroto has already gained his 2nd star by defeating Siren in a previous game. He explains that Hiroto's rise to the 2nd rank was due to his unique situation of acquiring Siren's indigo star. Normally, Hiroto would get a regular star if he defeated someone in a game. However, in this unique circumstance, whenever Hiroto wins a game against a unique star holder, he obtains that unique star instead of a regular one. As a result, he now has 2 unique stars, and if he wins all games against players with unique stars, he will be the first person to have all 7 stars of different colors. Himeji tries to inquire about Hiroto's true abilities, which put him in a dual-edged sword situation. Assuming he can easily defeat all his enemies, he will become the main target for the entire Academy Island area once the district tournament begins. According to Ikinos, Hiroto's position is solely based on his entrance exam scores, which means both Hiroto and Ikinos are using each other to survive in the Academy Island while searching for someone. Himeji is determined to protect Hiroto from any danger that may arise. During the night when Hiroto is searching for Himeji, he overhears her practicing self-introductions for her transfer to the same school as her Tone. The next day, after finishing her introduction, she returns to her seat and listens to the homeroom teacher's explanation about the selection rounds of the inter-district tournament, which will begin the next day. The selection will take place in trial mode, where players won't lose their stars when defeated but won't be able to continue the selection. The trial mode also includes the conflict situation system, where players engaged in a game cannot be disturbed and must wait for their ongoing game to finish. If, within 24 hours of the activation of the conflict situation, they don't receive any challenges, they will be disqualified. So Hiroto needs to be cautious in choosing opponents, and the best way to safely advance through the selection is to avoid early battles for as long as possible. However, he must be aware of the movements of players who have won many games before him and defeat them when the opportunity arises. While discussing the inter-district tournament selection, Kaguya informs Hiroto that someone suspicious is approaching him. It's a beautiful girl with her hair in 2 braids, a slightly petite yet well-built figure that captivates Hiroto. The girl's name is Akizuki Noa, a senior from the 3rd grade who knows about Hiroto's prowess. Noa attempts to seduce him, hoping to be easily defeated by him. However, upon seeing Hiroto with Himeji, she assumes they are dating, which is not the case. Nevertheless, Noa sees this as an opportunity to make Hiroto lose early and become the school's representative. She starts teasing him. Hiroto is trying to find important information, but Himeji, unable to stand Noa's coquettish behavior, attempts to bring Hiroto back to his senses, as he seemed captivated by Noa's charms. Hiroto tries to inquire about Noa's intentions, as he wants to use data from Libra to survey the list of the strongest players at Aimei Academy to find out who he might challenge. However, as Noa is also one of the strongest players at Aimei, Hiroto might include her in his list. Satisfied with the information she obtained, Noa decides to return to the school building. Himeji warns Hiroto to remain vigilant of Akizuki Noa, who is nicknamed the Little Devil and is a 6-star player. Himeji has some undisclosed information about Noa, believing her to be dangerous if acting recklessly. Himeji even inquires if Hiroto likes girls like Noa, but Hiroto doesn't answer, leaving Himeji a little annoyed. In the headmaster's office, Hiroto is having a conversation with him. Himeji is visibly accompanying Hiroto, which puts the headmaster in a bind since, at that time, Himeji was still a student at Oka Academy in District 3. After that game with Siren, Ikinos used every means to transfer Himeji to Aimei Academy and place her in the same class as Hiroto. It was difficult to move students on Academy Island, even if it was just between different districts, causing many problems. The headmaster received reports that Hiroto became a target for the entire Academy Island, and one of the green stars that used to be at Aimei Academy seemed to have been stolen by someone who hacked into the star storage and became a player with that unique green star. Consequently, the headmaster gives Hiroto a tough task. He must pass the inter-district tournament selection, find out who stole the unique green star, and reclaim it. After the end of lesson bell rings, all the students in the class immediately gaze at Hiroto, as he is preparing to engage in a game. They believe that eliminating the strongest player first will make the selection easier. They hide because they are attacked from the beginning, surrounded from all directions. Hiroto is forced to continuously evade to secure his position and advance in the selection. However, when the dismissal bell rings, Akizuki Noa sends a challenge message, which she soon cancels, claiming it was just for fun. But Hiroto sees it as a lure, and he reads her strategy, making him a little scared. Still, as he has also been challenged by class representative Tatara, he accepts the challenge and manages to win the game. Hiroto recognizes Tatara as a strong player deserving of the class representative title. Exhausted, Hiroto leans on a sofa. Himeji comes to confirm if he was asked to take a bath first since he usually bathes after his tone. However, Hiroto knows that Himeji must be sweating a lot in her maid outfit, but she mistakenly thinks Hiroto is an experienced pervert and gets a little scared about entering the bathroom suddenly. The tiring first day leaves Hiroto pondering Noa's suspicious movements. Then, Kagaya came to Hiroto's house with a cake, surprising Hiroto as he had only met Kagaya in person for the first time. Himeji, knowing that Kagaya was looking for an opportunity to buy cake from a famous place in District 17 because she was a bit lazy, accused Kagaya of not inviting her and denied that she was helping Hiroto. Instead of getting angry, Himeji pouted because Kagaya came alone without inviting her. Kagaya teased Himeji by calling Hiroto cute and wanting to apologize by feeding her the cake he bought. Confused by the situation, Hiroto asked Kagaya about his purpose for coming to their house. Kagaya explained that he came to create a program where Himeji and Hiroto would exchange data, assuming that when he challenged Himeji, Hiroto would be her opponent, and vice versa. According to him, the program is useful to buy time to find potential opponents and eliminate them quickly. However, it can only be used as a shortcut once. The second day started smoothly, but when the program Kagaya used was detected by others participating in the elimination round, they all ran towards Hiroto, who was camouflaging using Himeji's data. Someone had uncovered their plan, and Himeji rushed to Hiroto, who was now surrounded from all sides. While running, Hiroto accidentally bumped into Noa, who purposely appeared to stop him, and she tightly hugged Hiroto, preventing him from escaping. However, Hiroto quickly thought of a way to break free from Noa's grip. He instructed Himeji to undergo the trial mode, so the person targeting him couldn't approach and challenge him. Noa, who executed her first plan successfully, put an end to her action and waited for the moment to execute her second plan, observing Hiroto's movements. When Hiroto asked Noa about her true intentions, she jokingly replied that he was too cute, so she couldn't tell him her real plans. Frustrated with Noa's behavior, Hiroto was saved from the onslaught of players by Himeji. As they were about to cook dinner, Himeji mentioned katsu, which has two meanings, winning and a type of food. She wished that when Hiroto ate katsu, he would win the player selection to represent the Academy's districts in the tournament. Himeji was shocked to find that the stock of katsu sauce in the refrigerator was empty, and she had to buy it as she and Hiroto were a team for katsu sauce. However, Hiroto suggested using Worcestershire sauce instead, but Himeji refused, as she considered herself a genuine katsu sauce team member and wouldn't allow using any other sauce. Eventually, Himeji went to the supermarket to buy the sauce, despite Hiroto offering to go instead. After waiting for about an hour, Hiroto became anxious when Himeji hadn't returned home. Suddenly, a call came from Himeji, but when Hiroto answered, it was Noa on the other end. Annoyed with Noa's games, Hiroto decided to confront her directly. As the trial involving Himeji and Hiroto would be active until noon, Himeji decided to fight her actual tone, who was under Noa's control. The source of her power remains unknown. Can Hiroto fight against both Himeji and Noa at the same time? Stay tuned for the continuation. This is the end of episode 4. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss part 5 of this series recap.